So this is where my uncle lives?
Yes, sir, for the last 35 years of his astonishing life.
Boy, you kind of snuck up on me there.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
I see that.
What's happening, guys? Supernova here, back with another video, and this one's a fucking crazy one, because out of nowhere, we get news from Sucker Punch that Ghost of Tsushima is going to be getting a free, I repeat that, a free multiplayer co-op edition to the game. Like, what? This fucking news came out of absolutely nowhere. Like, where the fuck did this come from? And even crazier, that in the day of microtransactions, paid DLC, and season passes, the fucking thing's gonna be free. And from the sound of it, it's not even gonna be some like small tacked on experience. Like it seems like it's gonna be a pretty in-depth thing. First, I'm gonna play for you the trailer they released when they announced this, and then I'm going to read from the PlayStation blog, where they go into further detail about what exactly this experience is going to be. Okay, let's be honest. That shit looks fucking dope, right? Like, I honestly have no idea how the fuck this is going to work, but all I know is that it looks visually fucking cool to me. Like, it's got a very spooky fucking atmosphere to it, very kind of haunting. One thing that a lot of people, I wouldn't say so much that was a criticism of the main game, but was definitely something that people were wondering about, which was why, with all of the mythology and Japanese culture, did Sucker Punch decide to go with such a straightforward story? Whereas games like Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey both leaned very heavily into the mythology with mythological creatures and beasts and gods and things like that. And in my opinion, the answer to that question was, well, they're trying to tell a more realistic story, especially because the game revolves around this real-world event of the Mongol invasion of Tsushima. That being said, though, there really was no reason they couldn't have delved a little bit further into some of the mythology of Japanese culture. I mean, they did it a little bit here and there, especially with things like the mythic tales, where it kind of was borderline fantasy more than it was reality. But we really didn't know why they weren't delving further into the mythologies. Well, now we do. It seems like they were saving a lot of the mythological aspects for this added-on multiplayer. So now I'm going to go over to the PlayStation blog and read to you the little press briefing, release, announcement, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that explains a little bit in further detail what exactly this free add-on is going to be. The blog post is from Darren Bridges, Senior Game Designer, Sucker Punch Productions. Today I'm very excited to reveal Ghost of Tsushima Legends, a new online cooperative multiplayer mode that will come as a free download for Ghost of Tsushima owners on PS4 later this year. Legends is an entirely new experience. It's a separate mode that doesn't follow Jin or the companions from his journey, but instead focuses on 4 warriors who have been built up as legends in the stories told by the people of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima's single-player campaign focuses on an open world and exploring the natural beauty of the island, but Legends is haunting and fantastical, with locations and enemies inspired by Japanese folktales and mythology, and an emphasis on cooperative combat and action. We designed Legends to be an exclusively cooperative gameplay experience. You'll be able to partner up with friends or via online matchmaking and play Legends in groups of 2 to 4 players. Each player can choose one of the 4 different character classes: the Samurai, Hunter, Ronin, or Assassin. Each class has unique advantages and abilities that we'll reveal in the future. With 2 players in Ghost of Tsushima Legends, you'll be able to play a series of co-op story missions that escalate in difficulty, building on the foundation of combat from the single-player campaign, but with new magical twists that often require careful synchronization with your partner. With 4 players, you'll be able to take on wave-based survival missions, fighting groups of the toughest enemies Tsushima has to offer, including new Oni enemies with supernatural abilities. If you can best the story and survival missions, you may be confident enough to take on the 4-player raid that will arrive shortly after the launch of Ghost of Tsushima Legends, sending you and your partners to an entirely new realm to challenge a brutal, terrifying enemy. It's been so rewarding to see the amazing reactions from all of you as you play through Ghost of Tsushima. We've been watching so many of you stream your playthroughs and can't wait to open up this new way for all of us to play together. We're happy to offer this mode completely free to Ghost of Tsushima owners as a thank you to our players, and we look forward to hearing what you think. We'll have much more to share on Legends as we get closer to launch, including details on character classes, customization, and more. Thank you to everyone for your support of Ghost of Tsushima so far. I don't know about you, but that's way fucking more than I was thinking when I heard that there was multiplayer added on to Ghost. I mean, fuck, we have 4 different character classes, 2-player co-op with story missions, a 4-player co-op with waves of increasing difficulty, and then eventually later on down the road, a fucking 4-player raid. And like I said multiple times already, all of this comes in at the big, beautiful price of free $99, minus the 99, of course. You know, I never really understood why people said free 99, because if it's free, then it can't be free 99, because then you still have 99. Anyway, point is, if you already own the game, this multiplayer won't cost you fucking anything. Nothing. How refreshing is that to say? That we're going to be getting a multiplayer that is an add-on to the game that costs nothing. In a game that has no microtransactions, no season pass, and no paid DLC. Like, how fucking crazy is that games like this are still being made? You know, the way they're supposed to fucking be. Oh, and the best part, the absolute best part about this fucking news is that it's just a giant fuck you to all the salty Xbox fanboys who like to talk shit about Ghost. Because, you know, Ghost is a PlayStation exclusive that is a single-player game. And you know what that means to them, right? It's a one-and-done walking simulator. One and done. I've had so many fucking people come up to me in the comments talking shit saying, well, now that you beat the game, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do? You beat the game, bro. Game's beat. What are you gonna do now, bro, huh? What are you gonna do now? See me, bro? Know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna hop in my fucking 9 billionth match of Gears 5 Online. That's right, bro. What are you gonna do? Because you already beat the game. What are you gonna do now, bro? Don't default, Joe. Well, now... I can simply just say, hey, guess I'll just hop in the multiplayer. And their whole bullshit argument that was bullshit to begin with is just now even more bullshit. It's fucking glorious. But all joking aside, this really is fantastic news for PlayStation owners, because not only are they getting a game that I honestly still think is going to be shoo-in for Game of the Year this year, but they're getting added value on top of that game for free of charge. And it's not some bullshit gimmick. It's a legitimate multiplayer add-on with different classes and modes and a fucking raid and all kinds of shit. And Sucker Punch is just really showing all these developers and studios how games are supposed to be made. I don't give a shit that we're living in a fucking post-microtransaction world. Sucker Punch is still making this game the way it's supposed to be made. And if for nothing else, you gotta fucking give them some respect for that. Anyway, I'm excited to see what this multiplayer mode is gonna play like, and I will be giving my reactions to it once it does actually launch. And with that, that's all I got for you on this one. Anyway, that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and as always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next Supernova.